A hunt is underway. The channel's Evolution Sportster will be one of these models. The channel is now on the lookout for its Evolution Sportster. With a wide variety of Sportsters available, there are niche models that meet the viewer and channel needs. Here are the choices that made the final pick and the reasons why. Starting in the rigid engine mount era, two distinct models stood out: the 1998 to 2003 XL1200S Sport and the 2002 and 2003 XL883R. For looks, the XL883R has a flat-track racer profile and graphics that capture cues from the winning XR750 track bike. An 883cc engine couples with a rigid mount frame and lighter trim, giving this bike a performance advantage over heftier 2004 and up models. Weighing 503 pounds dry, the 2002 and 2003 XL883R boasts 6.7 inches of ground clearance and a steep 37-degree lean angle for nimbler handling. The tuned exhaust and a simpler KN-CV40 carburetor provide enough 883cc power to match the sportier handling. The distinctive seat, flat-track black handlebar, mid-controls, and triple disc brakes each suggest better performance and create a sharp profile. Though still an XL cruiser bike, this model can negotiate curves much like the XL1200S Sport. Fuel efficient and easier to troubleshoot or service, the 2002 and 2003 XL883R is a practical choice, especially for solo riding. Here are the 2002 and 2003 XR883R Sportster's pros and cons. Pros: lighter weight of 503 pounds dry and 523.8 pounds wet. Upgrade triple disc brakes. Additional ground clearance at 6.7 inches creates a superior lean angle of 37 degrees and nimbler handling. Good performance. Stylish. Mid-controls for a better riding position and rider input. Ease of service, including an updated trapdoor transmission, sealed wheel bearings, and a reliable CV40 carburetor. Roadside troubleshooting and repairs are possible. A prime candidate for a 1200 big bore kit if desired. The cons: rigid engine mount vibration is an issue for some, a unique model, possible parts availability issues. Rear seating is marginal with the original seat and no backrest. A backrest or bulky two-passenger aftermarket seat throws off the aesthetics. Showroom stock, this model is best viewed as a solo rider bike. Up next, the Sport XL1200S began in 1996 with dual front disc brakes and distinctive checkered graphics. The XL1200S ran through the last rigid engine mount frame in 2003. In 1998, the Sport got a significant performance boost from Buell Lightning dual spark plug cylinder heads and 10-to-1 compression. Hotter factory camshafts provide more idle lope and a better top-end pull. Lighter at 501 pounds dry and 528.6 pounds in running order, the XL1200S Sport has a distinct advantage over the later rubber engine mount models. This is a spirited 72 pound-foot torque Evolution V-twin motorcycle that invites a day's riding on curving roads. I like the traditional look with a lean performance stance, much like an XLCH Sportster, without the limited fuel capacity of a peanut tank. The Sport features a 3.3-gallon fuel tank. Here are the 1998 to 2003 XL1200S pros and cons. Pros: sport profile and graphics, upgraded triple brakes, adjustable performance rear suspension, taller 6.7-inch ground clearance for a 37 to 37.5 degree lean angle, nimbler handling and lighter weight than later rubber mount engine models, performance engine upgrades in 1998 to 2003 models, ease of service, including trapdoor transmission access and a simpler CV40 carburetor. Roadside troubleshooting is possible, mid-controls and a lower handlebar for sportier riding position and triangle. According to period Harley-Davidson marketing literature, this was the factory quote-unquote hot rod. The cons: rigid engine mount vibration is an issue for some, a unique model, possible parts availability issues. Rear seating is marginal with the original seat and no backrest. A backrest or bulky two-passenger aftermarket seat throws off the aesthetics. Showroom stock, this model is best viewed as a solo rider bike. The rubber engine mount era XL883R and XL1200R Roadster have strong similarities. Early on, there was confusion around whether the XL883R was considered a roadster or not. With the XR750 flat track image, even into the bulkier rubber engine mount era, the XL883R sold well as a standalone model. 2007 up, the XR883R's heft gets offset some by the introduction of Delphi EFI on all Sportster models. This provides better performance and fuel efficiency. Using my 1969 BSA A75R Rocket 3 or a late BMW R1250 RS as a benchmark, each weighs 495 pounds dry. So did the original 1957 Sportster. In the Evolution era, the rigid engine mount XL1200S and XL883R come close. For an XL883R, my pick is a 2002 or 2003 rigid engine mount at 503 pounds dry. The 2004 to 2006 XL883R at 560 pounds dry weight and 579 pounds wet is plenty heavy, yet still less weight than the 2007 and newer EFI XL883R at an even heftier 568 pounds dry and 588 pounds wet. Though still not FX Dynaglide weight, the late EFI XL883R is heading there. Rubber engine mount XL883R models also lose ground clearance and lane angle. Clearance drops to 5.6 inches. And the lane angle is 32 degrees. The 2004 to 2006 carbureted XL1200R rubber mount offers a sportier ride posture with open road cruiser credentials. It shares the XL883R's triple brakes and other features. This model weighs in at 557 pounds dry and 577 pounds wet. The 2007 EFI model gains an additional 8 pounds, reaching 565 pounds dry and 585 pounds wet. For an XL1200R rubber engine mount roadster, my choice would be a carbureted 2004 to 2006 model. The pros: the carbureted XL1200R Roadster has substantially more torque than the 883, which compensates for the rubber engine mount weight gain. Less engine vibration, though some dispute this and opt for the lighter rigid engine mount models. A stylish road orientation. Continues a superior triple disc brakes. Mid-controls for a sportier ride posture. Ease of troubleshooting and service on the carbureted models through 2006. The cons: heavier chassis and a weightier feel. Only 32 degrees of lane angle and a lower 5.6 inches of ground clearance. Rubber mount engine and frames add weight. The 2016 to 2021 XL1200CX Roadster brings back a performance-oriented twisty road appearance. A factory cafe racer. Some equipment is significantly different than other XL models. Standing out is a show of 43mm inverted front fork, large triple clamps, and 300mm dual disc brakes. Rear suspension rides slightly higher or level and offers adjustment. Suspension can be dialed to suit the rider's weight and road conditions. The handlebar, seat, and mid-controls reveal the bike's sportier road orientation. A cafe racer profile dictates the rider's seated position and creates the right posture triangle with well-placed controls and a low handlebar grip. This works well for riders with an inseam that matches. Advanced sequential port EFI, 10-to-1 compression, and exhaust tuning help offset the mandatory catalytic converters and other emissions equipment. The bike has more ground clearance and the best lane angle of the late XL Evolution Sportster models. Twin front brake rotors are 300mm with 4-piston calipers. The seat and riding posture hint of a traditional cafe racer, which is not well suited for two-up riding. This is the boulevard or back road bike, but is it a distance traveler? A longer test ride would tell. The pros: set up to brake, handle, and perform better than other late production model Sportsters. Improved steering control. Brakes are more responsive. Show a 43mm inverted front fork is a major upgrade. Emulsion adjustable rear shocks. Engine torque is 76 pound-foot by J1349 test method and sufficient for the weight. Good cornering and maneuvering for a rubber engine mount Evolution Sportster. Considered a sport cruiser, a reasonable pick for a sportier rubber mount EFI model. The cons: hefty 549 pounds dry weight, 568 to 571 pounds wet. Lane angle only 30.8 to 31.1 degrees, with 6 inches of ground clearance. This bike is mostly common production components and not a clean slate model like the XR1200 or XR1200X. Some dislike the riding posture. Rear seating is marginal, best suited for a solo rider. Does not lend itself to carrying cargo, although a side leather saddlebag is popular. The Evolution Sportster that lands at the channel's shop will have sportier handling and a particular look to match. The great thing about Sportster ownership is personality. Motorcycles express our tastes and choices. While my picks center around a classic sport profile, aimed at better handling, safety, and roadworthiness, the chosen bike will share important chassis and powertrain features with other Evolution Sportster models. Our motorcycles have common maintenance, troubleshooting, service, and upgrade needs. The channel's how-to and in-depth technical projects will benefit all owners. Subscribers who have experience with my Sportster picks are encouraged to share your insights and impressions. Next up is finding a bike worth purchasing. I'll walk through how I evaluate pre-owned motorcycles and bring the right Evolution Sportster home.